Good morning, everyone. It's Pastor David, and we're here with our Thursday Devotional. I'm glad you could join us. Today, I want to talk a little bit about something that's been going on in my life recently, and I want to talk a little bit about evangelism, our lives as evangelists, how we approach that, and how we can do it in meaningful ways. And to be honest with you, I was challenged years ago. And I think it's a very good practice to pray for divine appointments, meaning that I pray for God to place people in my path that I can speak to, that I can share my faith with. And as we share our faith, where I've been at lately is I would often pray, like when I have a meeting coming up in my office, I know I'm going to meet with somebody, or I'm out and I know I'm going to be talking to someone, or even just off the cuff. I run into somebody and this conversation starts, and I'll pray a little prayer like this. I'll say, God, give me the words to speak, and that's not a bad prayer. There's nothing wrong with that. And I sit here every week as I prepare the sermon for Sunday, and I dig into Scripture, and I begin each time with this prayer: God, give me the words to speak. Give me something to say. But recently, I've really begun to feel led in a different direction. And so as I begin to sit down to prepare my sermon, as I begin to sit down to have these conversations, I've begun to pray a little bit differently. I've begun to pray, God, speak into my life that I might have something to share. I mean, the truth is, when we talk about evangelism, when we talk about the Gospels, John starts with, this is what we've seen, this is what we've heard, this is what we've experienced. We are merely witnessing, we are witnesses to you of what has happened. I'm just speaking to you about what has happened in my life. I just want to tell you what Jesus means to me. And somewhere along the line, we've kind of gotten into this idea that this is theological, it's academic in nature. We have to have these answers and these lofty ideals, and we have to know these things. And the truth is, what people really want to know is, do you understand what I'm going through? Do you understand the life that I'm living? Can you identify with who I am? And do you have anything that speaks to where I'm at in life? That's what Jesus did for us. That's where Scripture tells us that Jesus was just like us in every way. We have a high priest that is not separated from us, but is able to identify with our problems because he shared flesh just as we shared flesh. He was tempted in ways just as we are tempted. And so he understands us and can speak to the issues of our lives. And that's really what people want to know. And so I've begun to pray, God, do something in me. God, speak into my life. God, change something in my heart. Because out of that transformation in my life, I will have something to speak into the lives of others. As I identify with my own issues, as I can identify with things that other people are struggling with, and I can say, I've gone through this transformation. God has done something in my life, so I have something that speaks to the situation that you're in. It's just a little bit different way of thinking about things, a little bit different way of going about things, a little bit different way to truly be witnesses. God, speak into my life so that I might have something to say that's worthwhile, that's meaningful, that's effective, that's valuable to someone else. So I encourage you, as you go throughout the rest of this week, pray that God would place people in your lives for you to speak the gospel to, for you to share your faith with. Pray for these divine appointments, but then pray, God, be a transformative power in my heart. God, I open myself up to you. God, speak words of life into me that I might have something to share. And I think as we make this transition, we'll see some incredible things happen in not only our own lives, but in the lives of those around us. God bless you. We are so grateful for you. I hope that you will join us on Sunday. We would love to have you with us. Go in His grace and His peace this week. God's blessings upon you.